Hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are all over the world. It's Dr. Charles Apoki. Dr. Charles Apoki. How are you doing? Ore Slater, can you see me now? Ufoma Apoki, can you see me? My friend from Papua New Guinea, can you see me? My friends from Kenya, can you see me? My friends from Sierra Leone, can you see me? My friends from Malawi, can you see me? My in-laws from Kenya, can you see me? My friends from Côte d'Ivoire, I got a message from Côte d'Ivoire, the wife of an Anglican priest from Côte d'Ivoire. Those in Nigeria, can you see me? So glad to reach you. I needed to rest for a while before making this broadcast. My last journey was quite stressful on me, and I was waiting for some level of quietness in my house and in this area. We're not in the farm. Can you see me? Can you invite somebody to join us? Great. I want to speak on the art and financial management. The art and financial management is in chapter 4, page 25 of this book, The Philosophy of the Ant. And you can get it online. You can also get Echo Income. Echo Income is a mystery you need to understand. Echo Income. And then you can get the Oil of Marriage. I've done some lectures from the Oil of Marriage. For married people, you can share it with your wife, share it with your husband. And then there are other materials on petrapublications.com. I want to especially thank the person who sent this beautiful jersey, Nigerian jersey, from Abuja. I needed simple clothing that I could wear to do this broadcast. I don't like heavy clothing. And he sent 5 of them this morning, and I felt I should appreciate him and thank him for sending this jersey. And I told him I was going to use it to do a broadcast right away. God will bless you. I won't mention your name. Prosper you, clothe you, reward you for contributing towards making this broadcast successful. Every little thing fascinates me because you are not owing me. I owe you. Thank you so much. God bless you, my brother, for your contribution. Please, those of you there, invite people to join us. Share the link. And remember to subscribe to this channel. I will be going straight away because of the way network fluctuates in this country. The art and financial management. Proverbs chapter 30, 24 to 25. 4 things on earth are small, yet they are extremely wise. Ants are creatures of little strength, yet they store their food in summer. Little strength, yet they store their food in summer. Yesterday, I think so, or the day before yesterday, Dangote refinery was opened in Lagos. President Buhari flew there for the commissioning of the Dangote refinery. I happen to have been to that place, and there's one of the biggest refineries in the world. And the Lagos State Governor, Governor Sanwo-Olu, was making a speech, and he made a statement that Dangote came to Lagos with nothing and has built a big business empire. That statement is very, very incorrect, very, very misleading. Dangote is the grandson of one of the richest men in Nigeria as at that time. There were, I think, 4 pillars of wealth in Nigeria. Pa Al-Hassan Dantata, who was the grandfather of Dangote, because Dangote's mother is a Dantata. Ironically, that refinery shares a fence with Dantata and Sago, a construction company. So Dangote did not come to Lagos with nothing. Dangote had a pedigree. Dangote came to Lagos with his uncle, Amaka Usman Dantata, who fraternized with Obasanjo, Yaradua, and the others. So Dangote had governmental, parental, and even tribal leverage. He had some comparative advantages that the average individual, like the ant, does not have. Dangote has had a fair deal from this country. So, I no be Dangote or Adeleke, but I dey okay. I dey sell fowl and I dey okay. Doctor, when they sell fowl, I know dey shame. Fowl money, not the smell. That was a song I copied and I sang when I was selling broilers. You might not be Dangote. You might not be Otedola. You might not be Adeleke. These individuals have names, pedigree, systems, connections, governmental favors and privileges that you might not have, but you can be okay. And these are the principles I want to share with you. As I was saying earlier on, that there were some pillars of wealth in this country. Dantata was in the northern part. When he opened his account in First Bank, I think 10 camels carried his money to the bank. Odumegu Ojukwu in the eastern part of the country was another pillar. Fajemiroku in the western part of Nigeria was another pillar. And the Hebrew family in the midwestern part of Nigeria was another pillar. So don't tell me Dangote started with nothing. He started with something. My child today starts with something. The Apoki name, the Apoki principles, the brand, and what we have on ground and my network. So, but some of us are like, they started like the ant. Small, but we applied wisdom. As I said earlier on, God did not make the ant small because he ran out of raw materials. It was on purpose to teach us a lesson that there is no limitation to the height we can reach if we apply divine wisdom, no matter how small. we will start that no matter how small, we start. I don't intend to teach you about the Harvard School of Business way of making wealth, but I just want to share with you key principles that have helped me. The first thing about money is that money has to first be generated. Money must be made, the first M. Money must be made. Income is a spring while wealth is a lake. Money must be made. Money must be multiplied. You must multiply money. Then money must be managed. Then money should be maintained. Then money should generate momentum. Building the biggest refinery, one of the biggest refineries in the world, in one of the most populous countries in the world, with one country that consumes so much petroleum products, Dangote is going to generate a lot of momentum. Imagine the number of people it's going to employ. Imagine the economy that is going to boost. Imagine the reduction in fuel importation and the consequent reduction in fuel subsidy. The whole of West Africa, the whole of Africa will be affected by the vision of one man. So Christians must first purge themselves of the wrong notion that financial success is evil. A lot of Christians have a wrong notion when they see rich people. Oh, there's no sincere rich man. There's no trustworthy rich man. Every rich man has a skeleton in his cupboard. I don't have any. Many people don't have. Many people have gotten rich legitimately. They just maximize opportunities. We need money. We need lots of money. Lots of money. We need money to keep life going. Even the work of God needs money. The approach of the ant towards meeting basic needs and storing wealth for the future is what we are going to look at. In the termite colony, workers are responsible for looking for food, and everything seen outside must be brought home. How much of what you generate gets home? How much of your income gets home? I said earlier on that income is a spring while wealth is a lake. How much you are able to containerize. A lot of people, particularly black people, we are like baskets that have operations. When you earn money, you start to leak money. You leak money for rent, you leak money for entertainment, you leak money for food, you leak money for this, that, frivolities, and Parkinson's law will work on you. Parkinson's law, one of his laws states that the more you earn, the more you spend. The mindset of the average black man is wired to spend as he makes more money. The difference between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, two boxers, is that Floyd Mayweather throws, just accumulates wealth and accumulates liabilities, while Manny Pacquiao is investing in social entrepreneurship, investing in housing units, and he became a senator in his country. So it is not how much you earn, it is how much gets home. When my father was working in the council from 1947 to 1973, we had friends who would always spend their salary they owe from buying food from the women selling near their offices, and at the end of the month they hardly got home with anything. I have a friend, immediately he gets me, oh, it's good that I go out with my family. They will go and spend. There's this perspective that life is not long, that life is so short. So we must not always talk of money, we should spend and enjoy. You will be surprised that life is long. Life is long. Nowadays, people don't die early. With good health care, you can live up to 90. And if you don't have finances, you will suffer. So don't get old and get broke, as I've been saying. So we must talk about money. I needed to do a lab test that is common with old people like us. Prostatics, PSA, prostate specific antigen. My friend paid for me 20,000. So if you reach my age, you have prostate problem, you can't afford to do the test, you can't afford to go to hospital to do the surgery, you will die stupidly. So don't have this high-paced mentality in beer parlors that tell you problem no dey finish. Go and check that man, he has nothing to show. You will live long, and if you are broke, most of my contemporaries who have messed up their lives when they were young, I don't have sympathy for them. It's just like the people with the oil in the lamp, the 10 and wise virgins. You had enough time, you had the opportunities to buy oil, extra oil. You had the money, but you refused to buy for the future. And when your oil finished, your lamp was going off, you were begging for oil. The people refused. Please manage your life well now. Your salary comes as an income. Don't accumulate liabilities. Don't spend frivolously. Don't spend according to your perceived status. Spend according to your state of affairs. Face reality. So anything the ant gets from outside, he brings home. That was how I started. When I go to preach and they give me honorarium, I make sure it gets home. I usually will put it in the hand of my wife, who was the better manager. And she would invest it in our building projects, whatever we're doing. Today, we are comfortable. We practice delayed gratification. We took ourselves through pain so that we can get gain today. So bring everything home. Make sure the money cools down before you start planning for it. Wasteful people, immediately they get money, the money does not cool down. The money does not cool down. It is hot in their hands and they spend like fire. Let it cool down. Take it home. Let it get home. And so they bring their money home. I imagine an ant carrying a piece of bread. Can't it just eat it? Eat it. The ant has a sense of communal responsibility. God ministered to me very early that any money that was being given to me as honorarium was not for me. It was for the ministry. The ministry is my responsibility to humanity. It was for my children's children. So any money in my hand had a burden for itself, a burden for myself. I saw the money as a responsibility for my community. There are things I do in my community today. They stem from those little sums of money I got. You are selfish, you are wicked if you just consume everything you get without thinking of the community. So the worker goes out, brings wealth, brings it to the family, which is the termitarium. If you are living overseas, thank you so much, Mati Karim from Canada. Thank you so much. Good morning. Thank you so much. So we African leaders are too wicked. We take government money that is commonwealth and we squander them on frivolities. We don't have good roads. What are you buying Lamborghini for? We don't have electricity. What are you buying a private jet for? Your community has no good road. What are you squandering the money for the contract for? Elite capture is one of the reasons for underdevelopment in Africa. Sorry for the break in transmission. The workers are responsible for looking for opportunities outside and bringing it home. Now, I wrote here that all hands must be on deck. Family wealth must be generated by every person. Working women must not be seen as an aberration. It is wrong to tell a pastor's wife not to do anything. The income of the church, the allowance the church pays, is not enough to take care of the future of the pastor, the future of his children, and the future of his wife. Rachel was the shepherdess in charge of her father's flock before Jacob came to take over. Zipporah, Jethro's daughter, was a shepherdess before Moses married her. Even young David was in charge of the father's sheep in the wilderness. Rebekah was a shepherdess before she married Isaac. In a Christian home, all hands must be on deck. All hands must be on deck. My children contributed to our wealth. My son, Engineer Ufoma, Dr. Ufoma Apoki, was responsible for typesetting these books from the age of 13. He was typesetting them from the age of 13. God prepared him through that. Today he has a PhD in computer science. He's a cloud engineer. The discipline of typesetting these books at the age of 13 have helped him where he is working in Europe. And it helped him. He became a millionaire in my house at 22, 23 before going for National Youth Service. So the discipline of contributing to family wealth. All of us in the house were involved one way or the other. Felix from Germany, thank you so much. Efe Brendo, thank you so much from Port Harcourt. So, nearly all my children, apart from the last child who was still small then, knew how to make lesson notes. And they taught in the school according to their capacity and their abilities. Good afternoon, Ekene. Today, my daughter is in charge of the school, is the administrator of the school. I pay her very well. She has her own accommodation in one of our properties. We bought a car for her. But instead of going to work for another person, she's working in our system. She has a degree in education, and so she's competent. That's how established families are. They build the family business no matter where they go to. So, but many children today are raised to have an entitlement mentality because some people came up with something called child labor laws. Child labor is different from building a family business. Child labor is when a child is forcefully made to work against his will or her will. It is regimented. There's restrictive movement of such children, and it is against their will, and it deprives them of education, comfort, and advancement. But when a child is in his or her father's business, learning the ropes, that is not child labor. One of my children worked in a restaurant in the United States, and the son of the owner of the restaurant, a Jewish family, the son has been working there from the age of 10, washing dishes, running small errands, and he is eventually going to take over the business. So he knows the business. There's always something nearby to generate money from. The problem with people is that they don't want to start small. and some feel too big to do some small businesses. For me, if I can buy something of $1, then I should be able to do a business that brings $2. So that when I spend the $1, I will have $1 retained as wealth. And so in this house, we sell several things. We sell school uniforms, we sell stockings, we sell ties, we sell water, we sell plantain chips. If we have potatoes, we sell potato chips. From our coconut, we sell coconut candy. We have a bookshop where the books written by my son, Dr. Ofoma, and his mother are sold and used in the school. So we sell several things. I sell Gary. As I was speaking to you now, there was an alert from the bank of 18,000 naira Gary. So if I want to change the oil for my SUV, I don't need to go to the bank. The monies I've been spending since I came from Lagos are from the sales of my potato. If I want to buy fuel for my car, I don't need to use ATM. I don't have ATM. I don't need to do any transfer. I will use these ones from these peripheral, microscopic businesses to buffer so that the big sum of money, the money they gave me from Lagos, I use it to purchase a property this morning in this same place where I'm recording now. So I paid for a property that is going to generate profit. Land banking is going to generate money in future. I told myself I was not going to eat that money. I was not going to bogao with that money. Oh, I can carry my wife. I want to take my lover. No. Romance and finance are not very good companions. And so, I reinvested that money. I bought land. Bought land now. The land is going to yield profit in future. So, make sure, don't look at anything too small for you to start with. I was listening to Bishop David Oyedepo. He was talking about people who will say, I need 180 million to start one business. I need 180. Oh, Gachiri, my in-law from Kenya, will be coming to Kenya to take one of your daughters. Very beautiful lady. So, start small. Sell small things. If you go to a shopping mall, you will see that the store has small things they are selling. If you multiply each of the sales by 1 cent profit, it will amount to a lot. So I sell a lot of things that give me money. In my school, we have a canteen, we have a bookshop. My daughter has her own canteen that gives her money apart from the salary I pay her. Manuel from London, thank you so much. So, my daughter has her own canteen that gives her money. My wife has a bookshop that gives her money. We have a canteen that brings money. We have a bus system that brings money. Then we have the school fees. And in the canteen, we sell small things, including Zobo drink from one hibiscus species. Don't let your degree get into your head. In Nigeria, you notice that your professors are always going on strike. It is because their knowledge cannot bring wealth. In fact, one of the professors I met recently, Silver Gold Photography, thank you so much. One of the professors I met in Lagos as I traveled, he said the more exams you pass, the poorer you become. I was shocked. He could not finish explaining it. Maybe you become too big to bend down to do small things. As I said in one of my lectures, what we need today, I was speaking to university graduates in the Delta State University during their convocation, one of their lectures. What we need today in Africa and in Nigeria, in depressed economies, is for young undergraduates to take over what illiterates are doing and do them in such a way that elites can patronize them and then they will make money. So, Nobody must be in that house without being productive. One of the problems we have with this kind of children we are raising, we take them to nursery schools and secondary schools where we pay large sums of money that they might not earn when they graduate. If they can't earn such sums of money, and we have addicted them to entitlement mentality and the hedonic treadmill, they will sell our properties to maintain their appetite. And we are having it in the Niger Delta. Wealth does not go from one generation to the next because we say we don't want our children to suffer. Me, I no go suffer. I no go beg for food. God of miracle, now my papa. Oh. The miraculous is intermittent intervention of divinity in the affairs of humanity when humanity is helpless and confused. It is very probabilistic. It is not certain. It is not definite. It does not occur every day. The African church must not overemphasize the miraculous. That Jesus multiplied fish and bread did not prevent people from going fishing the next day, and it did not prevent people from opening bakeries. We will always need bakeries. We will always need to fish, even though Jesus multiplied fish and bread. The certainty of a miracle is probabilistic, but the certainty of an effort to get, why did Esau miss his opportunity? He was eating his meat without reserve. He didn't know that the animals would become more difficult to hunt. And so when they needed meat in an emergency, he did not have in stock. If he had reserve, delayed gratification, why did he miss his birthright? He will always finish whatever he killed. And so when he came back from hunting, there was no food at home. And so he was hungry and sold his birthright. Don't have the spirit of Esau. Esau was the stupid firstborn. The Bible says his clothes that were with his mother. What were Esau's clothes doing in his mother's house? Esau could not wash his clothes. He lacked initiative. How did the father know about the odor of the body odor of Esau? Esau was a dirty man. The spirit of Esau, God hates it. The spirit of consuming everything that comes, the spirit of not having reserve, the spirit of not having delayed gratification, the spirit of not taking responsibility. The world is designed today to entertain you. The world is designed today to take so much out of you. The world is designed to take for you to buy on credit, take loans without collateral, so that you can be indebted, so that you can owe, like credit card schemes where people are owing so much in several countries. You want to eat what you have not earned. You want to spend what you have not earned. You don't have reserve. So the entertainment industry, the fashion industry, the auto industry, every industry is tailored to make wealth from the stupid. But the ant is wise. So don't take anything you are doing for granted. There is wealth inherent. There is wealth there. And so I just told you I got an alert of 18,000 naira for Gary. It will go a long way for me to solve a problem. I can use it to clear bush and plant new cassava, and the value of my land will be increasing. The man that had Coca-Cola, John Pemberton, that invented Coca-Cola, I think in 1896 or thereabout, he did not sell enough. And so he sold it to Chandler, the formula. Some people say for $1, I don't know. It was because he considered it too small. He could not apply a second look and get insight and see the potential and grow it. There are so many things in your hand. They look small, but you can grow them. I published my first book with 35,000 naira that the company paid me for retainership they were owing me. And it was my family devotion that I used to publish that book. This book has sold a lot. The Oil of Marriage, Money is an Idiot, was giving me $250,000 every month from 35,000 naira. So nothing is too small in your hand. Patience, consistency, hard work, determination will eventually, and intentionality will eventually bring wealth from that thing in your hand. Make sure the presence of God is with you. So like the ant, you must learn to save regularly. The ant saves food compulsively. When I did my national youth service, I was 26 years old. I had a wife, a child, and 2 incapacitated parents. I was earning 200 naira monthly. I had to scavenge like the ant for jobs. I was scavenging, I was trekking in the streets of Aba. I would trek from the Aba local government office, trek to Fox Road, trek to go and look for somewhere to do locum. In fact, there was a time I had to go to a patent medicine store to see patients, to get money to buy the things I needed to use to do my marriage. The ant has no shame. The ant does not look at who is looking at it. The ant is not interested in your opinion. Bend down. Do something that can. Okay. At the end of the National Youth Service, I was able to buy a car, apart from taking care of a child, taking care of a wife. I saved aggressively. It is not how much you make that matters. It is how much that spend money on needs. Many things you consider urgent are not really necessary. So, money is like seeds. You must plant them. I've said that even though you're a civil servant, when you close from work, your time is also a seed. Invest it very well to generate money. You can do a business at home. You can prepare some things at home that people will sell. You can learn a trade. You can sew clothes at home. Spend, if you close by 5, spend that time between 5 and 10 o'clock producing something. You can produce something that will be, you can have an ice block making machine. I knew the wife of a military officer who was making 6,000 naira daily from ice blocks in a barrack. So the next thing you must do is to buy real estate. I just noticed somebody came to sell real estate to me now. I told you I invested the money, they paid me from the travels I went to. He was telling me in the last few months I had bought 20 acres of land from honorarium, from incomes I make. Bought 20 acres. You know what? 2 companies are coming close to where I bought land. 2 oil companies are coming close to where I bought land. And the value of my land will increase. And my money will increase. And I will get richer. The devil cannot stop it. It is. By wisdom is a house built. By understanding, it is established. Let me tell you one thing and I'm done. I was in the airport. As I was going to board the plane, just coming down to enter the bus to take me to the plane, I saw an ant hill by the wall of the airport building. Ants built a house by the side of the airport building. There is space for you to build a superstructure, to build for your future. You will not remain strong throughout. Save for a time when you can be like Dr. Apoki. I didn't go to the farm today. I didn't go to work today, but I am remaining relevant because I planned for today. I don't panic about house rent. I don't panic about school fees. I don't panic about what I will eat. It is what I will do for my society that concerns me. Save, continuously reinvest. Save, continuously reinvest. Don't leave money like that just in the bank. Just be reinvesting, but have some reserve. Buy what will increase in value. Buy equipment that you can use to be productive. Everything a caterer has, we have in my school. Anything we need to organize most things, we have in my school. When we got money, my wife was reinvesting and reinvesting and reinvesting. It has helped me. I am enjoying my old age. I'm enjoying my old age. No matter who is in power in this country, I will make more money. I don't run a church. Somebody called me, where is your church? So I was listening to my broadcast at Warri today. Where is your church? I said, I don't have energy to run church. I don't have energy for the wahala of church. I saved for today. I prepared for today. As I said in one of my broadcasts, the future starts now. Every money in your hand represents your future. Every expenditure represents a delete from your future, unless it is investing into your future. Don't join the gang. Don't join the group. Don't spend under pressure. Don't spend compulsively. Act like the ants. Save for winter. Life has summer. Life has winter. I remain your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Dr. Charles Apoki. Remember to share this post with as many people as possible. Remember, it costs us time and money to run this broadcast. Support us and God will support you. Look at the guy, this guy bought jerseys for me. Somebody is sending a parcel from the United States, shipping something from the United States. I don't know what it is. Somebody gave me a very big gift that will enhance the work of the ministry from Abuja. You will see it when it lands. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. I'm your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki.